The January numbers are in. There's something in here for buyers and sellers. Let me tell you more. Hi everyone, my name is Mike Frennick. Welcome to another edition of Mike's Market Update. I like to bring this information to you on a monthly basis. Things are changing, and it's all about being able to craft the right deal for you, whether you're a buyer or a seller. We have to understand the market. So these are the macro numbers for Sarasota, Manatee County. Data is good through the end of December. Just been published, so they call it January data. If we look at this chart here, and this is a year-over-year kind of comparison. So we look in January over a year ago, sales are down 36%. I want to come back and talk more about that. Pendings are down 23%. That means future sales. But a year ago was a different base point, so we'll come back. Price is up 5%. Again, over a year ago. And days on the market is up 109, and months of inventory is 493. That all has to do with the amount of listings out there. Let's take a look at a more precise level. Let's look at sales. So the sales are the dark green bar on this chart. And if you see, they are falling relatively month to month. It's up a little bit over the month before, but down from the October report. So what we're seeing here is sales have kind of leveled off at a new lower level. This isn't the market that it was a year ago. We all understand that. I call that the crazy 18 or crazy 24 months. So the fact that sales are down is it's an interesting phenomenon, because I'm going to show you something with price in a minute. But pendings right now, pendings are the red line. We see that it's been kind of moving around a little bit, but still a downward slope to that. But the listings are up, and they continue to stay high. This is what's in it for buyers right now. So this is the advantage for buyers. Number one, you don't have to write an offer when you're sitting in the parking lot or the driveway after you've seen a property. You've got time to look around. You don't have to settle. So all of this is in your favor in terms of finding the right property at the right time for you. And we can take the time. We have time to do homework. A year or so ago, that wasn't necessarily the case. So that's what's in it right now for buyers. What's in it for sellers? I said there was actually both. So when we move over to the seller side and we look at price, price is staying relatively constant, staying at a higher level. So for sellers, you haven't missed the boat in terms of price hasn't fallen. You still have an opportunity to get the great price. Now, a year ago, we could list something well over value and maybe even beat that number. Can't do that anymore. We have to price precisely where the market is, but that's still a good thing for the seller. So right now, anytime you've got something that can be an advantage to buyers and an advantage to sellers, we've got a balanced or a stable market. That's actually a good news story. I know we came off the crazy months that I keep referring to, but we're back to what we call a traditional market, and things are going to stay like this for a while. Days on the market are higher. So here's the other thing. It is taking longer to get properties sold. Things aren't moving in a matter of hours. So we still have to price correctly at the higher levels. They haven't fallen. We have to make sure we do our homework, and that's very important right now. Months of inventory, as you can see, is still relatively high on this chart. It fell a little bit over last month. But we are in a balanced market. When inventory between 0 and 3 months of inventory, they say that's a seller's market. 3 to 6 is balanced. Over 6 is a buyer's market. So we're just into a balanced market area right now. Let's take a look at the national scene. The couple of charts I want to show come from Keeping Current Matters. I have their permission to use this data. So let's look at two factors right now. Let's look at mortgage rates, and let's see what's going to happen with that. So we see that back in the November timeframe, rates appear to peak. Let's see what's happening. They are falling a little bit. 1 week they'll move up a little bit. 1 week they'll move down. But the forecast could be kind of interesting. So what they're saying, if we look at Lawrence Yun, the chief economist of NAR, National Association of Realtors, the upcoming months should see a return of buyers as mortgage rates appear to have already peaked and have been coming down since mid-November. Let's look at David Stevens, former Assistant Secretary of Housing. So be advised, and I quote, "So be advised, this may be the one and only window for the next few years to get into a buyer's market." He's looking at it from a national perspective. And remember, as the Federal Reserve data shows, home prices only go up and only recover from recessions no matter how mild or how severe. Long-term homeowners should view this long-term homeowners should view this market right now as a unique buying opportunity. So when we put this all together, the one question remains is what's going to happen to price in 2023. And we look at the information right now, we see that there's actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different entities have put their forecasts. Realtor.com feels price will go up by 5.4%. Zelman feels they'll fall by 5.1%. Here's a message here on this chart, and it's really clear in my mind. The experts aren't sure. The data is mixed nationally, also locally here in Florida. So we'll have to see what happens. I'm watching price every single month when the data comes out, and so far it's holding firm, even though the number of listings are up, even though the number of sales have fallen. So it's kind of an interesting phenomenon. But as I sit at the top of this video, in my heart, I truly believe if you're a seller, there's a great opportunity to leverage the market dynamics. And I don't say things I don't believe, and I don't try to push a client into a listing or a buyer to buy. It's about what's right for you. But when we look at buyers and we see the number of opportunities out there for listings, it's got to be a good news story. So this is just the beginning. We must go a lot deeper, and that's where Eric and I can help with that. We can go down to a subdivision level for a single family home. We can go down to a condo association level. It's all about understanding these dynamics, because when I look in different of the 12 cities we service, you won't see the same set of charts. So this is the beginning. Give me a call. I'd be happy to perform a more detailed analysis with no obligation. Again, my name is Mike Rennick. My direct cell is 941-400-8735. Thanks for watching. Let me know what questions you have.